all you wholesalers out there, listen up. I'm about to drop 13 years of hard-earned lessons into one video. The truth is, 9 out of 10 people in this game fail before they even close their first deal. Why does that happen? Well, 2 reasons. It's fear and a lack of perseverance. But if you can push through that, I promise you, success is inevitable. Let me show you how I went from making calls in my mom's shed to running a 6-figure monthly operation. Now, before we dive in, I want to give you some context. Here's a $34,000 check from a deal we recently closed. Now, I'm not sharing that to brag. I'm sharing this to prove what's possible when you commit to this business and follow proven systems. I know what it's like to feel stuck, making cold calls with nothing to show for it. I've been there. But the lessons I've learned along the way, they've changed everything for me. And today, I'm giving them to you. So let's get into it. Lesson number 1, it's just a numbers game. The first and most important thing you need to understand is that this business is all about numbers and KPIs. Most people fail because they do not know their numbers. They focus on rejection and not the results. But here's the reality. You need at least 50 warm and motivated leads to close one deal. That's a baseline. If you don't know this, you'll get caught up in your emotions and every no feels personal, every rejection stings. But if you can step back and look at the business from a bird's eye view, you'll see that every rejection is just part of the process. Like I say, observe, don't absorb. Look at your pipeline logically and statistically. If you know you need 50 of those leads, then every rejection gets you one step closer to the deal. When you stop making it personal and start looking at the numbers, you'll realize it's just a game, it's simple, and it's just about consistency and hard work. Lesson number 2, the money is in the follow-up. And guys, I cannot stress this enough. A no today does not mean a no forever. Here's where most people mess up. They give up after the very first call. Maybe the seller says they're not ready to sell, or they ghost you, and you think it's all over. You're wrong. This business is about persistence. I'll give you a simple example. There's a deal here that we closed for $20,000, but believe it or not, this deal took us 3 years of follow-up to make it happen. Every couple months, we called the seller just to check in, continue building our relationship, and stay on top of the mind. By that time, they were ready to sell. They went with us because we were consistent, and they remembered us from our previous conversations. So here's what I want you to do. If a seller says no, don't take it personally. Call them back in a month or 2. Don't even bring up the property. Just check in. Ask them how they're doing. Bring up the rapport you guys had from the last time you guys had a conversation. Ask them what they've been up to since the last time you spoke. Build a relationship. And when they're ready to sell, they'll choose you because you showed up when nobody else did. Lesson number 3, stick to one market. Listen, I've made this mistake multiple times, jumping from market to market, chasing shiny object syndrome, and thinking I can scale faster. But what I didn't realize is that every time you go and open up a new market, it's like you're starting from scratch. Think about it. You have to build new relationships with buyers. You have to build new relationships with realtors, title companies, and closing attorneys. You need guys, boots on the ground people to go take the photos in every single market. It takes time and energy. Meanwhile, if you stick to one market and go deeper into it, you can build systems that make your life easier. Here's how we do it. In our primary market, we have everything dialed in. When we lock up a deal, we know exactly who's handling the photos, who's putting the lockbox on the property, which title company or closing attorney we're going to use, and most importantly, who the hell's going to buy the deal. It's smooth, it's automated, and that's what we want. That's the power of mastering one market before you start expanding. Okay, and now this is where we have to start shifting perspectives. Now, we're going to address the elephant in the room. Why do so many people fail in this business? Well, it comes down to 2 things. They're scared to start, which is obvious, or they don't have the endurance to keep going. Fear holds people back. Maybe you're afraid of rejection, afraid of failure, or afraid of wasting time. But here's the truth. Fear is just an illusion, and the only way to beat it is by taking action. The second reason, the lack of perseverance. This business isn't easy. Deals fall through, sellers back out, buyers ghost you. It's part of the game. But if you can push through those obstacles and stay consistent, success is inevitable. Success in wholesaling isn't about being the smartest guy in the room. It's about being the most consistent. The person who keeps showing up, keep making calls, and keeps following up. That's the person who wins. So here's what I want you to do. If you're ready to commit to this business and build a 6-figure operation, I've got everything you need. I've got scripts, I've got contracts, I got follow-up processes, you name it. I'll help you set it up. Click the link in the description below to get started. I'll pause the video right now so you can click on it. Stop letting fear and doubt hold you back. Your first deal, your first $10,000 check is waiting for you, but it's up to you to take that first step. And if this video gave you guys any value, smash that like button. Subscribe for more real estate strategies and drop a comment below. Let me know what's holding you back from closing your first deal. Let's tackle it together, and I'll see you guys in the next one.